The circus tent at Mosh Fair was where, tucked in his frigid air, a penguin dwelt without a care. From Labrador he landed there. His name, Apollodor Esquire. Profession, singing in the choir. He was no conjurer, therefore, nor did he walk the tightrope, nor did he dance. A minor chore was his. He sang out of the score. He was a tenor, nothing more. Well-groomed and chubby, and therefore attractive in the tales he wore, that should sum up Apollodor. Yet one fine day, Apollodor, causing a general uproar, said thus, "I'm pining with desire. I do like singing in the choir, but nonetheless I'm pining for my kith and kin in Labrador. Oh, it would be so very nice to join them briefly on the ice." Apollodor and pined some more, and cried at length, cried himself sore. When he was found by kith and kids, Apollodor was having fits. Said kids, "My friend, I'd give for you my this here tail, my whiskers too. I'd give a quart of scrumptious cream to comfort you. Prithee, don't scream. Come, dry your eyes and cry no more." Yet he cried on, "I'm pining for my kith and kin in Labrador." And seeing that he weeps and weeps, the hedgehog gave him spines for keeps. The bear gave him berries galore, plucked from the woods not long before. The rabbit, Fatlip was his name, with fruit and lettuce also came. They were his colleagues in the choir, and tried to temper his desire. Susie, the camel, torn with grief, would sob into her handkerchief. Theirs was a son and mother tale. 'Twas she had taught him his first scale. But still he cried, "I'm pining for my kith and kin in Labrador." His colleagues then went to inquire of the conductor of the choir, Maestro Do-Re-Mi Baton, his velvet frock coat neatly on, first listened to the case entire, then pondered it on his futon. "My poor tenor, I deplore the plight he's let himself in for. He may well pine to death, therefore he should go back to Labrador." And off went young Apollodor. The ride went smoothly for a while. He flew up north for many a mile. It was a biplane took him there. He just leaned back without a care, and sang, then sang some more, the way he used to sing before. And having got carried away with a breathtaking heady view, he hopped onto the wing, olé, just to show off before the crew. Next, parachute strapped safely on, Apollodor enjoyed the race, now hanging from the aileron, now riding on the engine case. His acrobatic capers might have seen him through to Labrador, but a stray cloud broke off his flight, and down went our Apollodor. Well, there is some more, of course. What do you think? What an English kid, a kid who doesn't speak any Romanian whatsoever. Get an idea about the story of Apollodor and the music that goes with it from this translation? Okay. Has any of you tried translating?
No.
Well, this might come.
I have translated another book. Your mom is telling me to translate from a book or something.
Okay. So the problem with translating is you have to be very good in writing, right? Well, no doubt you are good in writing. Now, what I discovered that many of the books I had read and enjoyed were quite different, or looked quite different to me when I translated them. If you ask me, the best way to read a book or a poem is translated. You find out so much more. Things which, although you enjoy the book, you don't notice at first sight. Go into the text, because every story is basically a text, right? You know what a text is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we have lots of different kinds of texts, but we're not going there today. Let's go back to stories, poems, and the like. Has anyone of you tried to write a story? Hey, well. I assume all these raised fingers mean, yes, I have tried to write a story, or I have even written a story. Okay, I'll get back, thank you. I think we have an overwhelming majority of story writers here. And I tell you, I can't wait to hear all your stories, but probably we'll be here all day. And your teachers have other plans for you. So we'll find a way. But before that, let me see, has anyone of you tried to write a poem? Wow! Almost all the story writers are also poetry writers. Oh, okay, do you remember any of your poems by heart? I take it poems are shorter. Okay, then you're real. So, what made you write poetry? Yes?
A book that I read.
Okay, so you read a book of poetry?
Oh, no, I didn't read a book. I just looked outside and then I saw it and I wrote a poem.
And you don't remember it by any chance?
Oh,
Okay. Oh, let's see.
I like to write poetry because it has rhyming words and it's fun.
It's easy to remember. Well, of course, poems don't have to rhyme, but
Yeah,
I agree, rhyming ones are more fun, somehow. Okay.
I just wrote a simple story and I tried to make it into a poem.
Aha, well. Next step is trying to make it into a film script. You see, a text can basically change into anything. A story can change into a play script, yes, or a film script, or into a poem. Do you remember how your poem went? So, was it rhyming?
Yeah.
Of course, you know, it's a bit discouraging when you start writing poetry and you're looking for all those words that rhyme. There are rhyming dictionaries that are a big help. Yes?
When I was in year 3, I studied poems with the teacher and the whole class.
Ah, so you studied. That's another way of looking at it, not just reading poetry, studying it, yes.
And that was in my class, but we were doing about winter poems.
Okay. Well, I suppose it would be too complicated if I asked